4 miles from my house, my place. And I see today it's just not as green as it was a few days ago. But it's still really pretty. And this isn't the exact area that I was looking to go see, but I had to find a place. And then I found this old road. It's, it's not anybody's driveway or anything. It's just, looks like people may come out here and do a little recreation. But what a beautiful, beautiful area. You can almost see it looks like it's turning fall, and it's more to do with the seasons, I think, than how hot or warm or how much rain, because it's been raining every day, but yet it's still, everything says, okay, it's fall time, we're going to start looking like fall, even if it's got all the water in the world. See these yellow rose bushes? Now, these aren't the ones that we had last year. This is what's really making me puzzle. So you have these yellow rose bushes everywhere at the beginning and the middle of summer, and they're still going strong in September, I guess. But then you have this other variety of flower bush that hasn't bloomed quite yet, but it's coming on, and these are a lighter yellow. And they're like these. See, that whole will be flowered, and that lasts most through the winter. The colors. So, right now it's a yellow, or I should say, almost an orange yellow, and then the new green bushes, but they'll turn into a light yellow pastel rose. What's this? Birdies. Oh, that's an old toilet. An outhouse. That ain't deep enough there, brother. Huh. An old homestead here, I guess. Gave this up for life in the city. Let's take a look off of the canyon here. Yeah, see, these haven't even started blooming yet. But this is not where I wanted to go. But maybe if I keep going down this road, we'll go where I wanted to go. But I don't know. Let's go this way. See that big ponderosa? There's a bunch of big ponderosas up here. Not too far from here, like a mile down the road, there's a beautiful meadow with all these trees. It's all like manicured. It's like a park, like you're at a zoo or something. And there's horses, beautiful horses they got in there. I think this is going to the area that I wanted to go to. Looks like it's all manicured and everything. You know, I woke up a couple of days ago and I wasn't feeling very well. Started to drift off into that little anxiety moment and worry about something or other, and pulled myself back and I said, you know, they teach that if you say something over and over again, like Trump does that. It went perfectly. He keeps saying it. It's a mass psychosis, right? That somehow the whole world would believe then that it was perfect because they'll remember that being said over and over again. And I think it works to a large extent, but that's more along the lines of mesmerism. But your subconscious mind is being trained. You're trained by your parents. We have genetic memory. And this is how we function, based on command and control. So, see, this is kind of opening up to what I was saying. See how it's kind of, the trees have been manicured. But yeah, it's nice green. So you may be pure and have all the faith in the world in your spirit, but your flesh doesn't have any faith. It doesn't work with faith. It works on instinct. And a snake comes jumping out at you, you're going to jump instinctually. If you're on a cliff, even the elect Christians get scared hanging off a cliff. Why are you scared there, buddy? Once you believe in Jesus, you go right straight to heaven if you die. Well, they're still scared because they don't want to die. But why so viscerous? Viscerous? I can't think of the way how to pronounce that. Why the instinctual, fear, the fight or flight thing? Did you choose to do that? Is your body telling you to do that? When you're hungry, why are you hungry? Do saints get hungry? Yes, friends, we all get hungry. And we all get scared. And we all get depressed. And Jesus sweat blood when he was about to go to the cross. He said, Lord, take this cup from me, but not my will, but thine be done. Oh, how pretty. Yeah, this is that area. I think it goes more this way. But, so we should be training our instinctual nature to be calm, to be collected, to be happy, to let the higher nature, the instinct take over. Not the instinct, but the intuition, the inspiration from above take over, the channel of the river of the water of life. If you can start letting the river of life flow, what is that well? Mary took me there. I'm not going to tell you about that story, but Mother Mary took me there one time and showed me where I lived, and she showed me that my channel to the source of the living waters was plugged. She unplugged it for me. It was the most beautiful, amazing thing. But that flow of living waters, isn't that weird? A little tourniquet around the bottom of this. The living waters is that the higher knowledge, the higher consciousness. And it flows in very few people and trickles in some people. They get spurts, like the geyser at Old Faithful. Once in a while, I'll get a little sprinkle, but it's pretty much plugged. And we're only listening and learning and following the directions of the lower fear and flight or fight, and can't think rationally. That's you always wonder, why am I depressed? Because you are enmeshed in the outer man, the carnal body and its instinctual nature to be afraid because something might be after you, a tiger or bear or wolf. And if you think that maybe something's after you, you're not going to just be calm. And of course, something is after you, but not the real you. Something's after this image that you've made inside this game that just, it's like Wile E. the Coyote and Roadrunner, this constant, this endless chase. Nobody's ever going to die, right? Roadrunner's just as much involved in this as the coyote. I mean, they like it, right? This is their life, round and round. This is the world of giving you shall, or not, excuse me. This is the eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth side. This is the game of roulette, the wheel of fortune, and you spin it and see what you get. So you don't have any control. That higher living waters is not flowing, so you're down there in the stagnant waters. I guess there'd come a day when all that water would dry up and you wouldn't have any water. Might be better than stagnant water. You might get a disease down there. But in the marshes, he's going to heal the waters. Who's going to heal it? And that's the Christ in you. That little child playing the hole of the cobra. But anyway, what is the answer then? We do have to train up our minds and train up our youth. What do you think Jesus and the apostles sang hymns for? When they were in that prison. Peter was in that prison. And there were some other people with him, and they didn't say, "Oh, poor me, I'm in a prison." "Oh no, oh Lord." No, they just sang thanksgiving prayers. They just give thanks. Peter and them with him, they were in prison for being a Christian, for being good people. That's what we're all in prison for. That's why we're here. That's why the devil hates us, all of us. Well, I think maybe this is the area that I like. But they sang and the prison doors came open. What I think is beautiful is that it wasn't just Peter and his little band of disciples that got away. It says in the text that everyone went free. Their bonds were loosed and they all went free. The whole prison. I think that's symbolic of the fact that when this time comes, us saints, we're going to have to pray. Yeah. We better start learning how. We're going to have to sing. We ain't done that yet. Right? We've been doing the praying. Ooh, oh, Father, please, in the name of Jesus. Oh. But we're going to have to start learning to sing and praise the Lord. What you can't do unless you understand that He is glorious, that this is beautiful, that this is our home, that ain't nothing to be worried about. Open up that water and let the water go. Woo! But you can't. How? How do you let that water start flowing? Once in a while, maybe when you wake up, you had a dream, you're like, I know I got a message, but I forgot what it was. Man, I can't, there's no channel to that higher. I can't let go, man. I'm scared. I got to think about all these scary thoughts, all these worries and fears. They're bothering me, right? There's bars around me, Lord. I can't think about praying right now. That's the time when you need to pray. Go back this way. That's when you need to pray. But you need to sing, when you get to that point. Oh, that's so beautiful. Sometimes I think we have to go outside to open up that channel. You have to be quiet. It takes a while. You can't just be down in the middle of a orchestra with the ringing in your ears and go outside and expect for that music the memory of it to go away. But it does, it fades. It fades away. You have to let all these demons go by letting in the light. And demons don't like it when you don't lust after things and and respond to their triggers, they eventually just go away. And like, he's not responding anymore. Look at him laying over there, singing to the Lord. Oh no, which way do we go? Which way do we go? I don't remember which way I came, honestly. Probably this way. Yeah, there's my footprints. Yeah. So, how can we get better quicker? Is there something we can do? Well, if we'd have been trained by our parents when we were little to be calm, we'd grow up calm. If we'd been trained by society to believe that the Lord loves us all and you're going to heaven and everything's wonderful, people are wonderful. People love each other. We're not watching news every day and people are killing each other and being told that, we're just a bunch of sinners who need to go to prison. It's all of our fault. That's why the world's crashing down around us. We were pooping on the ground. That's nasty little creatures. We were messing up the earth, using its water and the resources. Now mommy's dying. And so now we're going to die. Well, that's a bad, negative idea. But even your family life, you were born a sinner and dad's going to beat you until you don't sin no more, And this is how we were instinctively raised. And so, if that's how it gets in our consciousness, if we're not, essentially, we don't have that fear. We're because we're divine, we can do anything. Our word, man, we can move mountains, but we've forgotten all that because of all the lies. So it's not like, just one day we'll read a book and say you were lied to, and the next day you're like, you know what? Boom, there's no evil in the world no more because I don't believe in evil no more. Well, theoretically that should work. But I think the problem is we have all this glitter behind us. We have learned one thing or another, but it doesn't supplant all that other false knowledge that we have in our heads. And to get that out, those are ignorances, those are darknesses. To get that out, you got to get a lot of light in there. One little candle sometimes ain't enough to walk in the dark. A little flashlight that's supposed to be 500 candles or something, and yeah, it doesn't even work sometimes. But light is really not just reading a book, see, and that's what we're doing to try and get light, is read a book, ask somebody what they think, or or debate some stupid issue. Read Schofield, or he'll know. But fellow Russell. But what we need to do is realize that we are the light. Everything we've ever been told is part of the darkness, is part of the problem. Part of the problem. And so giving it up, leaving the world is the hardest thing in the world. Whoever loves mother, brother, sister, father, houses, fields, any material thing more than the Christ within them, the truth, the actual reality of life, you can't help anybody by falling down into the pit. You'll both fall into the pit, Jesus said. Throw them a rope. That's how you get them out. If you don't have a rope, you better go get you some rope. You better go get you some oil for your lamp. And what is that? It's experience. It's experience in the light, sitting quietly where you can see the truth and not all this glitter. So that takes a long time, but I noticed there's a few tricks. Because I was sitting there the other day, and people have they've written books about it, visualization and mantras and stuff. Of course, this is what people do. They use peyote to wake up sometimes too, but every time you wake up a little bit, you're waking yourself up even more. It's exponential because, it's like giving yourself the rope to climb up another step, and then you can see better so you can choose the next step. But, found a tire. What is that? But, so, here's the point. That's what I'm going to say. Let's make a short video today. I got to get going, get to town, get back. Some work to do. There's the truck. When you can do something as simple as, this is what I've been saying. You didn't have to say it. Once you've said you're going to say it, and you say it a few times, and if you do it the way I'm going to show you, you don't necessarily have to just keep saying it over and over again. That's not, necessary. But I've been saying I am healthy and I am happy. And, I may change that down the road to other things, but that's what I come up with in that spur of the moment. And when I felt a little anxiety and I felt like the whole world just was taken off my shoulders, and I said that a few times. And here's why. Because if you just say it, I think, over and over again like a mantra, I am healthy and I am wise, whatever. I am happy and I am healthy. It's like going in one ear and out the other. You're not hearing what you're saying. You gotta say it and hear it, I think, is the key. And nobody talks about this in these books that you buy, The Secret and The Secret Doctrine, and that's a good book, Madame Blavatsky. But anyway, nobody really talks about this one point, and if they do, forgive me because I didn't read all their books, but when you remind yourself in any way of the truth, and remember, make sure you are reminding yourself of the truth and not the lie, because there's a lot of competition with that truth. There's people reminding you of the lie all the time. If you go to town or live in the devil's world, you're going to hear it about 1,000 million times a day. So you got to have something big enough and strong enough to overcome all that. But so you gotta say it with intent. Okay, and if you say something, you always do it with intent, or else you wouldn't say it. But you got to hear it with intent. You can't just subliminally hear it. Oh, that will help over time, I suppose, even subliminal. If you say it over and over again enough, it's going to have some effect on your psyche. But that's not good enough. Don't play around with that. We ain't got this kind of time to work with. We want to get straight to the place where the prison doors open. And so I think one of the things we have to do, and this isn't just really a trick, it's just reality. This is how our brain works. We got to tell ourselves in strength. That's why we sing, to strengthen ourselves, and people don't do that. That's why the armies used to sing when they went into battle. Oh, it's more important than the bullets. But so this is really a blessing. This is what the Bible calls a blessing. You say, may the Lord be with you and have a wonderful day. Right? May you live long. Well, you don't just say that without expecting that's a blessing that's going to literally become true. But you see, if the devil comes and whispers in your ear, you were going to die right today, well, it ain't going to hurt nobody, whatever the devil says, because his curses just bounce off me and stick on you. But if we start listening and believing it, it will. Look at it. We might be having some pinion nuts pretty soon. The little green ones, some of them are turning brown and opening. We have some nuts. Ooh. Let me see if we can. Oh yeah, see the nuts, pine nuts? Oh, we're gonna take some of those, we're gonna eat them. Pine nuts are getting ready. Whoo, yeah, looks like they'll be ready for a month or so as they begin to ripen. That's good news. Anyway, so hear what you're saying. You know, stand back, get outside yourself, look back and look at what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're saying there. And then realize, you know, raise your vibration, sing it. Right? Sing it. But here's the most important part, another third level. We have got to feel it. Okay? You're gonna gear up the emotions with your song. But we're not faking it here. What we're doing is we've already believed in this. We've got a logical point of view here. We know this is the truth. But now we got to bring that truth home. We got to become aware in our deep subconscious mind and overcome all this synthetic delusion that people have been, all the lies of Satan. So we may sing a little bit, do a little tap with the foot, get yourself into the mood of receiving this knowledge, down deeper into a vibration where it begins to make, like, it's just like, oh, like when you want to cry. I can get some emotion going on, and you're like, yeah, why are you crying? Are you faking it? No, you're coming to a place where you understand. That's what the tears are telling you, is that you understand what the fiddle is going on here. It's making you cry. You're so serious here. You believe it, because we got to believe. So singing is good, but then you got to feel it, you know. Maybe start tapping your knee, you know, and shaking a tambourine. I don't know. Right? Maybe some candles would help at this moment. And a little bit of incense. Probably some cannabis like they used to put in the incense. Anyway, that's how you do it, friends. I've been saying it, you know, it seems like it's just one certain kind of little thought, positive blessing upon your life, and you can change everything. And so tell everybody you know, give them a blessing today. I'm David Vose. I'm going to go and get to town. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.